everyone, welcome to the first of many vlogs. There's been popular demand in getting myself in front of the camera, so here I am. So today I thought I would talk a little bit about self-awareness. Mastering this trait is one of the cornerstones of becoming a conscious leader, and I am often asked, how can one know when they are truly self-aware? And it's a valid question. So what does self-awareness actually mean? It means that you are able to step out of yourself, metaphorically of course, and take an objective look in. It is about having the clarity to see your strengths and weaknesses as a person, as a leader. It is critical to be honest with yourself because having self-awareness helps improve your skills and reactions so you can become a better leader. You can start this process by taking a step back and listening to yourself. How do you sound when you speak? What tone do you use when you speak to your team? And what tone do you use when you speak to your customers or clients? What about your presence and how you enter a room? Take a look at the different ways you do this depending on who is in that room. It's really interesting to observe these things about ourselves, and even more so when we are in leadership roles, as we start to get an idea about how others see us and how we make them feel. And then of course comes the trickiest stuff. What are you thinking about right this minute and why? Is it relevant to what you are doing? A lot of people tend to let their thoughts run rampant throughout the day with little or no control over them, and clearly this isn't very productive. And it can also be a little bit dangerous. When you are not in control of your thoughts, a negative comment can turn into an endless story replaying in your mind, and as a result ruin your whole day. Instead, you have the choice to acknowledge it, learn from it, and move forward. Being in control of our thoughts and our emotions means that we will not act impulsively, but with purpose and always in line with our values. And how critical is that for a leader? Before we react to something or make a decision, we must always stop and ask ourselves, have I thought this through? Am I acting in my own best interests and for the good of the whole? What am I trying to achieve? And will this course of action get me there? Self-awareness helps you work on another important quality of a conscious leader, the ability to listen. It is so important to be able to really listen to what people have to say and to see things from their perspective. This includes constructive feedback from your own team or from management. When you are in control of your thoughts, you can actually stop them long enough to listen to what others have to say without judgment. And that is such an incredible thing to be able to do. So, how do you start mastering the art of self-awareness? Well, the best tool out there is free and relatively easy. Meditation. When you sit in silence, even for just 5 minutes a day, you start to clear your mind and become more aware of yourself. This valuable portable tool is great to be used if you are stuck in a stressful or anxious situation and can really help you see things from a different viewpoint. So why not give it a shot? Start by looking at what you say, think and do. Take the role of an outsider and look in. I always recommend that you consciously practice this 3 times a day, so spread it out. You can do 1 at home, 1 at the office, 1 during your commute. The more you practice, the more it will become a habit and then a part of your daily life. And that can only be a good thing. So, until next time, good luck and cheers.